flushing coolant on K1600 GT. This is a 2012 model. This is pretty much works on all K1600 models. We're gonna start by loosening up this bolt here. So once we have that loose, we're gonna pull this hose with, you can use a flat screwdriver, just pry it out a little bit.
Easily hedged in a little bit more into Gibson and moved them out of there and put them in lead. Well, they have to be exhausted. Up and down the floor, all this intensity, bodies hanging on.
So there's no need to take the whole thing down. One here, two under screws, and you can get to the little outlet here. I'm going with the BMW Coolant. This is a concentrate, needs to be diluted with water or distilled water. It's up to you which one you want to use. Both are fine. The dealers like to go with distilled water. However, there's some studies that show that distilled water could actually harm your pump. So I went with the purified water. 50-50 for regular folks, and those who live in Siberia, they're going to want to do 60-40. Now that the coolant is off, we need to pour it in. You're going to go to the right side. You're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws here, and then you can bend this. Don't bend it too much, but you'll see your overflow tank here, and then your radiator cap right there. Right there. Make sure your engine is cool, and then you're going to open it up. It takes 2 turns to turn, and it's kind of hard, so give yourself time. You want to pour in the coolant directly into the radiator, not the overflow tank, because the overflow tank is going to take forever to drip that into the radiator. Right, now that the coolant is in, I start up the engine and I heated it up. I'm going to start letting out the air. So there's one vent here on the right side, right next to the pump. First you're going to hear hissing, and then it should start continuously dripping out. I mean, no air. You tighten it down once only liquid comes out. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screws on the side, on the left side. And if you, once you move it, you will see the screw right in there. You can hear it hissing. Don't unscrew it all the way. You don't want to drop that screw. Alright, now that the coolant is in, the air is out, you're going to run the engine idle for 5 to 10 minutes, maybe longer. Keep monitoring the temperature gauge. After 6 bars, the fan should turn on, and then you should see the gauge drop down 1 bar after the fan turns on after 5 to 10 seconds. But the engine has to be able to idle without overheating. If it's climbing up, if it's reaching 8 bars, you might keep checking the overflow reservoir and make sure that it has enough coolant in there, and then also keep letting out the air. If it hits the red, which happened to me while I was test riding it, if it hits the red, stop the engine immediately, pull over to the side, turn off the engine, wait until it cools off, and then head home and keep troubleshooting. But it's most likely going to be the air pockets, so you want to use the left and right screws, vents, to let the air out. All right, that wraps it up. Have a safe ride.